Leave my property for 7 years. Stayed on there because of how I reacted in public. I've even left people incapacitated because they've come up to me wrong and approached me wrong.
Got to see the world, but also got to see the best of humanity and the worst of humanity.
Some of the things that you see, I don't think you'll ever get used to. Friends that are hurt, friends that are injured, that don't come back.
I was knocked out. I had some shrapnel in the face inside here. I couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't really see because of the issues in the shrapnel right here. My tear duct was constantly running. And so I didn't know if it was blood or if it was tears. I didn't know.
Numerous exposures to obviously combat operations, IEDs, roadside explosions, and all of those things that come with, being deployed in combat. Definitely some TBIs with the explosions and the exposure to burn pits, burning trash, burning medical waste, sometimes body parts. So those obviously are some hazards and some things that you're exposed to. But some of the things that you see, I don't think you'll ever get used to. Friends that are hurt, friends that are injured, that don't come back. I definitely felt lost at times, disassociated from what most people would consider normal. Sometimes worrying about staying alive is a lot easier than meeting deadlines, establishing and maintaining healthy relationships.
A lot of deployments, a lot of time away. Got to see the world, but also got to see the best of humanity and the worst of humanity. Worked on a Halo team, a Halo sniper team, so had some bad jumps, some IEDs, I worked in explosives up front in my career. Towards the tail end of it, you couldn't outrun those injuries and kind of both the physical and mental effects.
Been in 3 explosions, helicopter crash, seen a lot of stuff. After that, I wasn't who I was. Came back with a lot of issues, neuropathy, diabetic, hypertension, hypervigilance. It was hard to function on a daily basis. Didn't leave my property for 7 years. Stayed on there because of how I reacted in public. Not that I was scared, it's just people come up to me. I would have a not so good reaction to them. I've even left people incapacitated because they've come up to me wrong and approached me wrong because of my hypervigilance and PTSD.
I've been exposed to certain events, blasts, missions, things that have had an impact on my brain, my psychological well-being. I think about things a lot. I've witnessed a good friend of mine being killed. I've heard good friends dying. Things that the average individual isn't equipped to deal with or to manage. I was knocked out. I had some shrapnel in the face inside here. I couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't really see, especially out of this eye because of the issues in the shrapnel right here. My tear duct was constantly running. And so I didn't know if it was blood or if it was tears. I didn't know. I just remember a whirlwind of sandstorm and looking over at my buddy who was standing beside me when the blast went off, and he's sitting in the road, Indian style, just sitting there, and one of his eyes is just hanging out there. And it was very harrowing. We went through a lot. I will say, my unit has lost more to suicide than we lost in that valley in Afghanistan. And that's kind of the hardest thing to cope with. These are men that probably should have had great lives and more impactful lives, and now they're not with us. And I'm just hopeful that something like HBOT4Heroes can prevent anything like that from taking place in the future, and make sure that we keep people around that need to be around. So you can't quantify this. You can't put a number of value on that.
One of the biggest things is I've been able to come off some of the medications because of the HBOT therapy. That's been one of the things I've really wanted to be able to do. Been able to understand conversations a lot better. The brain fog has lifted. It just brings more joy in my life, which is huge.
It's worth it. Don't waste your time trying a whole lot of other things. It doesn't help. Just for the inflammatory and pain part of it alone is super beneficial. So if you're a vet, you know, and you've been through some of the things I've been through, if you've got any kind of post-injuries or PTSD or TBI, any kind of pain, get up here and take part in this program. I mean, it'll change your life. It really will.
I feel the hyperbaric oxygen therapy has helped me with emotions. Certainly the anxiety has become less. A lot of the physical pain that I might feel in joints and muscles and things, I definitely feel like that has been alleviated almost completely. Irritability, anxiousness has been decreased. The physical pain obviously has gotten less and less, and I anticipate that it's only going to get better. Medication's not going to do that for me or a lot of other veterans. HBOT will.